Hello and welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at video 3 of a little mini-series of videos featuring the updated Terrorcons from Power of the Primes from 2018. We are taking a look at Deluxe Class Cutthroat, my second favorite Terrorcon. And again, I said it about the previous two videos. I'm going to say it again. A nice, faithful update to the Terrorcons. I really do think this one looks really cool. And there's two interesting notes on this we're going to take a look at as we look at this figure. Little notation on this. I am not doing any bios on any of these figures. They are the Generation 1 toys, just updated, or characters I should say. Generation 1 characters, just updated toys. So all the bios are on the Generation 1 toys that I've already reviewed. Unfortunately, got to go back 8 or 9 months to get them, but they are there. Really nice videos, if you ask me. You do you. Alright, having said that, let's take a look at the aerial combat specialist and Terror of the Skies, Cutthroat. He is a deluxe class released in 2018 in the third wave of the Power of the Primes deluxe class toys. And again, minimal accessories is what I think really makes this guy stand out with this whole set. They all have minimal accessories, so it's not like you have bunches of pieces. With this set, you get 4 pieces. You get, again, Hasbro, disappointed with you. Each toy in the original toy line had an actual name. This is just called a blaster. And this one, of all of them, is kind of chintzy in my opinion. I think this is the one I'm the least happy about this gun. I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't really mimic the original toy that well. You get the Power of the Primes armor and combiner fist. And you get the armor filler and minigun. Which looks really nice, but I'm not a fan of these being a gun. And then you get Cutthroat himself, who is a hawk-like creature, is how they describe him. So let's take these off. And he does look really nice. This update is awesome. Interesting note, this is one of the 2 notes on him. He is an updated version of the Power of the Primes Dinobot Swoop from 2017. A heavy remold of that toy. So transformation between the two is very similar, but massive cosmetic changes were made for this toy line. You got the cream yellow, the purple, and the green, which makes his unique look. You got the Decepticon symbol right on the top of the head. Red for the eyes. Decepticon symbol in the middle of the abdomen. Not thrilled though, you can see his feet hanging out in the bottom here. That's my one down trot of a lot of these figures. And then you got your item stamps, whatever they're called on the back. I forgot what the official name is. What I do like though is you do of course get the spots for the Prime figures. You got 2 pegs here, 1 here, and 1 here. So you can put a total of 3 or 4 depending on how you work it on him. Now his articulation is kind of cool. Head will go up and down. Jaw will open. I'm going to come to the legs first. So you can see you got massive range of motion. His tail will move. And then comes the wings. Fold in. Fold back. This piece moves and that moves. So you got a lot of articulation points on him. A lot of articulation points. And I was very happy with that. And besides his legs coming apart undone when you move his animal legs around, he's got an impressive wingspan. And if you turn it even like it should look like without opening it fully, that's still very impressive. And the cool thing with this one, though, is there's 2 ways you can armor his gun up on him. He does have 2 pegs on the gun. First one is under the head, right here. So if you have him in his flight mode, the only downside is he looks like he's shooting himself in the head. Underneath. I thought the head laid flat, but apparently I was wrong. So you can do that. Or, when you have the prime armor on him, put the filler in. Now, this one's unique to put on because you're not using this peg. You're going to use these little pegs here. On the back of the armor, bird, you'll notice there's two spots. You've got to take the wings and angle them up like so. And this will clip right in. Like that. And then you can just plug this into either thumb hole. Let's get down to transformation to robot. And if you see my Dinobot video, you're going to know how he transforms. It's the exact same way. So let's take all this apart because we're going to look at all that separately again. First thing we're going to do is just get the wings out of the way and close them up. Next, we're going to take the bottom. I'm going to move his tail up. I'm going to unclip. Come on. There we go. It got stuck. Normally when I pull down, it starts popping it, but it didn't. So you're going to pull out and swing it this way. That's going to clip into here. Do the same over here. And I'm just going to take his legs and push them to the back like so. That is swoop, wow. That is Cutthroat's legs. Next, I'm going to unclip the arm and flip out his fist. Do a bicep rotation. Unclip his arm. Swing out his fist. Do his bicep rotation. This joint at the neck, bring this down. Fold it down. I'm going to push that in. And you'll see the whole plate does move. And then you can set the wings any way you want. There is Cutthroat in his robot form. And he looks very serious. You got silver for the face, yellow for the eye, red for the eyes, I'm sorry. Red for the eyes. And I just like the way the chest folds together here. I think that looks really nice. He does have very slender forearms and hands. My only drawback is I wish you could have folded the legs up a little bit better. Maybe have a double hinge and have it swing back next to the foot, because I think having it sit back here kind of detracts from the toy. But still looks really cool. And you do have pegs on his forearms. Articulation all the way around. You do get a full exorcist. Of course, the wing rotate, wing is before. Shoulders are hindered by that wing. So you can only go back so far. Bicep, elbow. No rotation at the wrist, but it goes flip in and out. Waist is all the way around. He does have a very good big boot. Again, this is very distracting. Back boot. And unlike his compadres, he can do a really good split because he doesn't have that secondary bump right there. Thigh rotation. And he has the knee bend. Does it look really good? And of course, you can armor him up. You can give him this thing, which I'm not a fan of that little gun. But you can do it. Now, his gun here, you can do many ways. He can hold it in his hand. Or you can stick it right on the side of his arm. Your call on how you want to do that. And now, we're going to take this away because we're going to give him his prime armor. Same thing again. You're going to be using these tabs on the thumbs on the side of the bird's head. Okay. We have 3 videos into this set, and I finally dropped something. On the side of the bird's head, you'll see he's got 2 notches. All you're going to do is line them up. And of all the prime armors for this set in robot mode, his is the only one I'm not thrilled with. The way it looks in this mode. That's how Hasbro says officially to put his armor on him. I personally do not like that in this mode. So that's why you still have the option to do this. You can even turn it upside down. So you can actually see that there's something behind him. That's how when I had him on display in robot mode, that's how I had him. I was collecting them. This is how I did it. And I think that looks really sharp. But your toy, your call, you do it your way. And of course, because he is a member of the Terrorcons, he is a part of a Abominus. And he forms normally the left leg. So we're going to set him up in his leg mode. Thank you. Just hand me that now. Remove. So we're going to partially transform him back to his bird mode. So, wrist in. There's the tab here. And the tab right there. Right on his hip. Tab that in. Tab that in. Like so. Bring the leg in. And fold this one in. Do not untransform. And you're just going to leave these 2 in the back like so. We're going to bring these down. There's a tab here and a spot here, and you're just going to wrap that around until it tabs in. Like so. Now we're going to make sure this little piece is out of the way. Take this plate here. Bring the head forward, and it is going to shift this entire piece up. So it's not on the body anymore. And then we're going to rotate this up. And that's it. This piece will attach to a piece that comes with Hungar, which acts as a stabilizer in the back. But you can always stick the gun back on here just to keep it with it. You don't have to bring the hands out. I only do it for stabilization because sometimes, depending on the surface, they can fall over pretty easy. And you set that like that. So there is Cutthroat in his combiner mode. Let me know in the comments below what you feel about this toy. Do you like the updated Terrorcons? Do you wish they would update them again with the new set? The new way they're doing it? Which I don't think it would really work with this set because of the way it's designed and it looks. But that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you think. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. Thank you to all the channel members and subscribers. I do appreciate it. Many, many more videos headed your way. I'm going to get ready for another video. And Cutthroat's going to go hang out. We'll combine with his team. You have a good day.